After discovering his wife sitting on another man's lap in public, Mike angrily confronted his father-in-law about the incident. To his surprise, instead of scolding his daughter, his father-in-law advised Mike to be patient a little longer. Furious, Mike could only curse at his wife.
She's my daughter before your wife.
But his father-in-law pointed a finger in his face, warning him to watch his tone, as if Mike were the one at fault, not his wife. Bystanders stood by, seemingly waiting for Mike to become the punchline. Facing such humiliation, Mike had no choice but to swallow his pride. His father-in-law was a notorious local gang leader known for his ruthlessness, someone Mike couldn't afford to antagonize. Just when Mike thought his patience might bring peace, his wife's behavior only escalated. She brazenly brought a man home and even saw him off right in front of Mike without any hesitation. At that moment, Mike finally reached his breaking point. He turned on the lights, attempting to make his wife understand that he knew everything but had been trying to save her some dignity. Rather than showing remorse, she casually dismissed the situation, explaining they were just talking and nothing had happened. Mike said nothing in response and went upstairs. He had long since given up on the marriage. His only concern now was his son. His wife, however, seemed prepared for this. She complained to her father, trying to have him force Mike to initiate the divorce. When Mike learned of this, he felt nothing. He was actually eager to be rid of this woman. But his father-in-law's demands were unacceptable. Not only did he want to throw Mike out of the house, but he also intended to keep his grandson. Mike instantly flew into a rage. He could give up everything else, but his son had to stay with him. He stood up and left, determined to fight them to the end. The next day, the father-in-law sent 2 men to take Mike and his son to an amusement park. Despite his suspicions, Mike wasn't allowed to refuse. At the park, his father-in-law was already waiting. He had his men take the boy away, then sat alone with Mike on a Ferris wheel. When they reached the top, Mike watched in horror as his wife left with their son. It had all been a trap. Mike tried to resist but found himself at gunpoint, completely defenseless. His father-in-law wasn't planning to spare him. They tied Mike up in an abandoned RV and doused the interior with gasoline. Soon, flames would engulf everything.